Hello, my friends. So obviously Snowflake has talked to Emily. He's about to make a video that exposes Amber for all of her behavior when they were together. And Amber found out about it because he made a post. And yeah, she is crashing out. And this is damage control. Now, before we get started with the reaction, I want to say a couple things. Number one, I will try my best not to give any of the information that I already knew that would take the thunder from Mr. Snowflake's video. But there are a couple of things that I will refute in this, and it's given the information that I already knew. And the other thing is, I was sort of drip fed some information over the last month or so, and Emily was not my source, but she knew I was getting the information. And I'm gonna be honest, I am glad that this is all coming out now, because at first I thought it would be kind of cool to have some inside information, but I was not able to share it. So that became not very fun pretty quickly. Touching the poo is not very fun for me. So I don't mind just watching from a distance. So if you have information that is secret and I can't share it, I don't want to know it. But anyway, if you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not gonna lie. So here at the beginning, she's claiming that Emily and her have been together all this time. Now, I can't say 100% that that's false, but given the information that you are going to find out pretty soon, that seems pretty unlikely. In fact, given the information that she's going to give you here in a little bit, it's just pretty hard to believe. Because Emily has been really pretty mean to Amber online, so let's just see what she says about that. And thank you to Apathetic Facts for cutting this up and getting this out so quickly. Gorlworld would not be the same without you in it.
Like, how much longer can I stay silent? And the whole time I'm sitting here thinking how I don't want to hurt Tommy. I literally hate even referring to her as Tommy because we all know.
Yeah, why did you ever refer to her as Tommy? That was not her name. She didn't ask to be called that. So why did you do it in the first place?
But we haven't been together this whole time. This whole time. And I have seen the things that she has said to me. I mean, about me, whether that be in comments, whether that be in private messages. She had a whole Reddit where she made fun of my body.
So yeah, she's claiming we've been together this whole time, and while we've been together, Tommy has been out there just saying mean things about me and being like, I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. I know that that was a rumor, but when you find out the way Amber treated Emily, I don't think so. I think when Mr. Snowflake releases his information, I think you will agree with me that it is very unlikely that they were together this whole time.
Someone on Reddit literally said, "How do you guys think Amberlynn would be when she loses all the weight?" My girlfriend replied, "She'd probably look like melting ice cream or a melted candle." My girlfriend behind my back was calling me Porcahontas when I was in
that's that's mean, but that's pretty clever. So this is what I'm talking about, right? Like, if that's the case, why are you still together? That makes no sense. If Amber knows that's happening, why would she stay with her? That's another reason I just don't buy it. I just don't think that they were together this whole time, you know?
when I was in Wisconsin, I genuinely was the most miserable I've been, and I had to literally fake that shit real good. I had to fake that shit real good.
Oh my God. That is bullshit. The fact that she was miserable in Wisconsin, trying to make it seem like Emily was the problem. Bullshit. Oh my God, bullshit.
Because it's like it's hard to be like human and be broadcasted on YouTube. My mom wanted me to leave Tommy, just constantly telling me break up with her. Like still, like literally from yesterday, just leave her, just leave her. Like my mom knows everything.
So a couple things could happen here. I don't think we're ever going to hear from Mama Lynn about this, but if we do, I would not be surprised if Amber just told her, say you know about this. Kind of told her story and say you knew about this. And her mom would just go along with it. Her mom is an enabler. Her mom is afraid of her outbursts, and she has outbursts. So I just don't think, even if Mama Lynn came in and said, yeah, they've been together this whole time, I just wouldn't believe it.
Have never been with someone so vindictive and like genuinely like scary in my life. And I
That is so rich coming from her. Oh my God. I am so excited to see Mr. Snowflake's video about this.
Feel afraid to say anything. I've been afraid to say anything this whole time. I did not want to hurt her, and she wanted nothing to do with online. But then she would say all these awful things. Like any argument that happened in Wisconsin was due to a betrayal that I found out that she was doing right next to me.
Listen to that. Any argument we had was due to a betrayal by Emily. So what she's doing here is obvious just deflection. She is like, no, I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? Because she knows what's about to come out. She knows the information that Snowflake has. So Amber is trying her damnedest to be like, she was the problem. She was the one causing all the problems. She was the one acting crazy. Now, here's the thing. I don't particularly have any fondness for Emily at all. But if you put the two of them side by side and say, which one would you believe? I would lean towards Emily at this point, because we know Amber has a past and a history of this kind of thing. And Emily has some proof from what I understand.
Imagine having BPD unregulated.
Oh, there we go. It's the BPD. That's why I stayed with her while she called me Porcahontas. I was thinking that she would use BPD as an excuse for whatever Mr. Snowflake is going to be saying. But no, now she's using it to play the victim and explain why she stayed with Emily while she, Amber, supposedly was being abused. Okay.
Unmedicated, and finding out just betrayal, 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 betrayal. Like you go crazy. Like I'm not going to sit here and go into detail. The one thing that I would like to say, so how this all like started is like she literally told me, "I promise I will never hurt you again." I mean, this is genuinely what she would say to me every single time she hurt me.
I, this is Twilight Zone. I can't believe she's saying this because I don't know how to describe. Is there a word that's like more lie than lie? Like, is there a super lie? Because this is a super lie.
But as of recently, like once I found out the Reddit thing and once like she insinuated that I let Rarity out on purpose and I don't know what it was, but after every single thing that she put me through, which all the personal, like I'm not even gonna go into detail in this moment unless she wants to pop off, like I'll pop off and react back. But
Well, hey, okay, I'm okay. Let's get them both going back and forth. That's fine by me. But I know what happened on the day Rarity went missing. That's some of the information that I had. And I'm not going to share it because Mr. Snowflake is going to be sharing all that.
something about this last time like genuinely broke me. I don't remember what it was, but like we had a
Oh,
normal relationship.
yeah, no, that's what broke her. Not the fact that Snowflake is about to expose Amber with proof from Emily. That's not what broke her and caused her to crash out right now. It was the thing that Emily did that hurt her feelings last time. That's what did it.
Argument, which happens like you express to your partner how you feel. Whenever I would express how I feel, she would just go absolutely insane on me. I would try to process in my brain that like that's her defense mechanism, but it was like
This is Darvo on steroids. Oh my God, this is so crazy because she's trying to make it sound like everything that she did is something that Emily did. This is wild. And again, I have a snippet of information compared to what Snowflake's going to share.
2 days ago, I just calmly expressed to her like how I felt about something. It's like every single time we get in an argument, she goes online and says something awful to me. And I just got a text from her saying, "I'm going to release the video then to prove how you are." I'm literally half naked in that video, so please don't. That was
First of all, okay, whatever. But I don't think that I mean, there could be more than one video. Who knows? But this is a great excuse, right? Don't release it because I'm half naked. That's why. It's not that I don't want people to see the way I'm acting. It's because I'm half naked. You know, that is an invasion of privacy. So I'm going to keep saying what I'm saying, and you can't show any proof because half naked.
me in a BPD meltdown. I'm literally half naked. You threatening me repeatedly. Like literally she's threatening me as I'm on here, you guys. Like as I'm on here. Like
A BPD meltdown. Oh my God, that's going, and that's the thing. Now she has decided that she can act any way she wants. She can hurt anybody any way she wants and just say it was a BPD meltdown. No matter what she says, no matter what she does, no matter who gets hurt in the process, you can't say anything about it. It was a BPD meltdown. So you're the one that's being ableist or something because you can't, because I can't be held accountable. Because I can't be held accountable for what happens when I have a BPD meltdown.
you guys don't even understand. She made me more crazy than I've ever felt in my actual entire life. And it makes me not want to protect her anymore. So I go on to Instagram tonight.
It makes me not want to protect her anymore. Like, and this is that narcissist thing where she has to play the hero, right? And again, I don't have any love for Emily. I don't have any reason to care what happens to Emily. It's her playing the hero of I've been protecting her. Girl, shut up.
I happened to click another message and they were like, you know who is talking to Snowflake? And I was genuinely so confused. I didn't know you know who. I didn't know who that was. And I was like, there's no way. Call me again. I was like, there's no way. Because she promised me she would stop this. Because she knew I wouldn't say anything. I was constantly just letting her say whatever the she wanted. Haven't you guys noticed that I would never say anything? So then I go to Snowflake's little community tab, and that's when I saw it. We're talking about Rarity again. And that's when I knew I'm actually officially done with.
The Rarity thing was just a part of it, right? Look at this. It says, we spoke about the emotional and physical abuse from Amber, and we discussed Rarity. And there are screenshots of the day Rarity went missing. But the Rarity thing is what she's concerned about.
I've never been more done in my actual life.
Oh, yeah, she's done. I'm done, you guys. I think Emily was done. You know, God, this is a masterclass in deflection.
The truth about Rarity, only the people closest to me know, and only Emily knows. The truth is, we're sitting in Emily's truck. I would sit in the passenger seat, and Emily would sit in the driving seat, and she would smoke cigarettes. She does not smoke in her house. So we would sit there for hours. So, since we're both sitting on our phones in her truck, I saw her talking to this girl named Andrea. Flashback 2 weeks prior, I saw her talking to Andrea. They were talking badly about me. And I was like, who's Andrea? She tells me it's a girl from work. Okay, then it was a week ago. I mean, at the time we're sitting in that truck, I'm talking about Rarity night, okay? I see Andrea again. And I was like, why do you keep like talking badly, being suspicious with this Andrea girl? Oh, just this girl from work. And I was like, well, can you stop talking badly about me? Blah 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 blah. I find out that night that this is a hater, someone that genuinely hates me more than anything in this world. That Emily.
Well, don't flatter yourself. We find you entertaining, you know? Us haters, even the reaction channels, right? I make a video about you and I don't really think about you other than that. You know, when something pops up, I'll be like, oh, I need to talk about that. Or that's interesting. I may have some thoughts on that. And then you are out of my head until the next time something comes up. I don't sit and stew on what Amberlynn Reed is doing. So it's even less for the haters, right? The people that aren't reaction channels, they probably don't think about you much other than just as entertainment.
Became friends with, and they would just sit there and talk bad while I'm literally sleeping on her fucking bed, bro.
What the hell does any of this have to do with Rarity? Notice that she's trying to explain what happened to Rarity, but all she can talk about is stuff that's happening to her.
So I told her, I was like, please stop talking to her because that thing hurts.
Then why didn't you go home? You were only supposed to be there for like a week or two. Why did you take your pets? You could have gone home anytime. If you were so hurt and it was so horrible, why did you stay so long? She's going to blame it on her BPD. She's going to say, well, because my BPD, I just couldn't leave. Like, shut up. No, you are lying.
Like, that genuinely hurts me. I would never do that to you.
And I don't necessarily doubt that Emily is talking to other girls and things like that, but it's probably because she was really tired of dealing with Amber's shit.
Ever. So I believe that she would never talk to her again.
So in fact, think about this. Think about Amber was supposed to be there for like a week, but she shows up with her pets and ends up staying far longer than she was supposed to. So at some point, it would make sense that Emily is like, this sucks. I don't enjoy being in this situation. This person was supposed to be this person was supposed to go home by now. And they had only been together for a few months at that time. They were barely dating. So it wouldn't be that crazy to think that Emily was talking to other people. They barely knew each other.
Oh, here we are, sitting in her truck again, and her stupid little message pops up. And then I see that they're talking again. So then I say, let me see your phone. I go into her
Wait, all of this is the Rarity night? Supposedly the Rarity night? Okay.
little it's like where you can see what apps you were on that day or whatever. And I noticed that she was on like I want to sit here and say I'm sorry, Emily, for doing this, but I have to. This is not fair. You've done this. She messaged me and said you need to stop this immediately. Then why did you do what you did? And I noticed that she was on Tumblr. It was like the most random thing in the world because like me and her were like very open. I don't want to say what I saw. Okay, just know that what I saw her looking at on Tumblr literally broke me. So I instantly went to her Tumblr app, bam, in my face. Okay, I don't want to go in.
I wonder if it was like feeder stuff. I don't know. But do you really think Emily, well, because here's the thing. If it was feeder stuff, like nobody cares at this point. It sucks and it's weird and gross, but yeah, people know. It's not a surprise. I don't know why she thinks that's protecting Emily. Like, yeah, it's like a well-known fact now.
To detail, genuinely, I don't. I noticed that there was this app, not an app, a website. Just know that I saw things and read things and seen things that literally broke me and destroyed me. Okay, like look at me, I look like a fucking freak.
And this was while you were in Wisconsin. Then again, why did you stay? And why did you stay with her? Like, none of this makes any sense. Because she had basically already overstayed her welcome. She could have easily just said, I'm out, and left. I just don't buy it. I don't buy that Emily was the problem. Now, they probably both suck, honestly, but it's just wild that Amber is trying to act like she had nothing to do with it. Like she was the victim.
This is how I looked almost every day in Wisconsin, might I add. I got really fucking upset, obviously. No, I never destroyed her ex's photo. So we get in a big fight. I'm telling you, it was
Okay. I'm just going to wait for Snowflake's video to come out. But I still reiterate, you could have gone home any moment.
off the chain. That I think it was like 5 a.m. or something. He ended up leaving her home through the kitchen door, which is the sliding glass door.
Here it comes. She's setting herself up to blame Emily for Rarity going missing. Oh my God, here we go.
She left. She likes to say that you guys see me. I'm over 500 pounds. I walk very slow. This, I don't want to share it, is Amber subconscious telling her not to lie. No, actually, it's Amber subconscious still being a decent human. And also, it's embarrassing for me. So,
Shut up. Being a decent human. No. Nope. That's just not true. This is so wild that she really is coming on acting like she is the one that was so mistreated.
you, Rachel, sit on and spin.
Shout out to Rachel.
She leaves through the glass door, leaves the door open. I did not notice because I did not go near the door. I was sitting at the kitchen table waiting for her to come home. And that's when I noticed the cold breeze.
So she's now saying Emily was the one that let Rarity out. And that's just not true. There is a text from Amber explaining what happened. We'll just say this. Amber was home alone when Rarity got out.
Emily left the fucking door open. And she booked it so fast she didn't even close the door. It was just a lot. In my brain, I was thinking, there's no way Rarity got out. We're good. But it was the next day when I was like, something really just does not seem right.
So first of all, this is just not true, but that makes it even worse if it were true. She didn't notice Rarity was gone until the next day. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. If that's the case, then you are neglectful. But it's just not true. The bottom line is Amber left the door open. Or something, I don't know, because from what I've seen, Amber was home alone, so there's no telling what happened.
I've seen Rarity all day. I'm thinking, oh my god, I've been taking the blame this whole fucking time. The fact that she's threatening to share a video of me half naked. If you guys have ever seen BPD rage from betrayal and constant, I'm gonna. I think she's a narcissist. I've never said that about anyone in my life.
Oh my God. Again, it's just excusing whatever behavior she has. She can treat anybody however she wants. And as long as she blames it on BPD, you can't hold her accountable. You know, it's BPD rage because I'm the victim. God, shut up.
And I tried so hard to love her through it all. She would do all of these fucking things behind my back. Imagine how she treated me behind closed doors. Like she was my best friend for 13 months, you know?
Wait, what? She was your best friend for 13 months? What are you talking about? They were only together for like 3 months. So is she saying that they were best friends before that? Or is she saying that they were best friends after that? I don't get it. How is that possible if she treated you like that? How could you think of somebody as your I don't know. That doesn't make any sense.
I'm telling you, there were times where she was so horrible, calling me fat ass. The first time she ever called me a fat ass was in Wisconsin, and I'm telling you, my jaw was on the floor. Told me
I don't know, man. I don't see a feeder, somebody who loves that kind of stuff, being mean about it, you know? I would think a feeder would be more like encouraging of the fatness and stuff.
off. I hate you. I'm a waste of space. I'm a leech on society. Like the most awful things were said to me. If you share a video of me,
Yeah, probably after you treated her like crap. Like I wouldn't be surprised if she said those things after your BPD rages. Yeah, I would be pretty mad too. I'd probably say a lot of things to you too.
during a BPD meltdown where I'm half naked due to your betrayal, that's when suing will happen. You have silenced me for far too long in the
What do you mean she silenced you? You have a YouTube channel. What are you talking about? She has silenced you. Shut up.
finally the time that I speak.
Yeah, when Emily is about to spill all the tea, when Emily's finally going to share her story, that's when Amber can finally share her story. You know, she's not being silenced anymore. Just happens to be right when Emily's about to tell her story.
Speak up, you're gonna go like below the belt. Just the worst you could do. Is there anything you could tell us about what you saw on Tumblr? Just imagine, just think about it for 2 seconds while I'm laying
So, yeah, that doesn't add up. Why would she be so mean to you about being fat if she was into feeder stuff? It doesn't make any sense.
next to her in bed. I just wanted her to love me as much as I loved her. And then that fucking Andrea girl that she would talk to, I ended up messaging her and I was just like, can you please leave Emily alone? Like, it's weird. She ended up messaging me this whole thing about how much she hates me. And I'm like, how can Emily correspond with someone like this if she's supposed to be in love with me? Like, I don't.
So, what's happening here is she's crying. She's actually crying. And it's because she is terrified. She is scared that information's about to come out. She doesn't know what to do with herself. And she's lying through her teeth constantly. But she's able to keep crying because she's terrified.
Don't get it. I'm not gonna like sit here and stick up for her, but like,
Or, you know, she could actually kind of convince herself that this stuff is true. Kind of like her self-diagnoses. You know, she gets to a point where she reads the symptoms and reads what these symptoms could mean. And then she just convinces herself she's got it.
she was like blackmailed. Emily was blackmailed by people. I should be fucking showering right now. I should be
Wait, what?
with me. Like, I don't get it. I'm not gonna like sit here and stick up for her, but like she was like blackmailed. Emily was blackmailed by people. I should be fucking showering right now. I should be fucking washing my hair. No, we're not together anymore. Like,
She should be showering right now. Yeah, okay. I'm sure that's exactly what you would be doing if you weren't crashing out on live.
This is me actually. I mean, it's absolutely done. Like, how else would we ever like?
Oh, yeah, she's dumping Emily now. It's over now, Emily, because I said so. I'm breaking up with you. Shut up.
Yeah, this is it. What
And she's acting like no matter how much she wants to stay together, I'm just not going to take her back. Okay.
about the sweetest, gentlest love? That's how it was in the beginning. It was so perfect in the beginning. We had the whole things with the Colleen and the everything.
So what makes more sense? Okay. Amber, knowing Amber, she went to Wisconsin, overstayed her welcome, and Rarity stuff ensued, all that stuff. And she stayed far longer than she was supposed to and was really annoying and abusive and just generally mean. And then went home. Emily was tired of her, so she started talking about her, and they were not together. And maybe they were off and on, you know. And Amber kept harassing Emily and contacting her, trying to maybe get back together or whatever, to the point where Emily got tired of it and decided to share her story. Or all this cockamamie BS about them being together the whole time, and Emily was really the one that was abusive and the one that was causing all the problems. I mean, again, I'm not an Emily fan, but Occam's razor.
The fan with the feeder and the this and that. Like, that definitely got in the way of our relationship. When did we actually break up? Like, today? No, Gabby, absolutely not. Nothing like that. It was just bigger girls. No! Oh my god, no! It was f***ing bigger girls, bro, that were naked. Man, I'm sorry.
That's it? She was looking at bigger girls that were naked. Like, that's what you were broken by? What are you talking about? See, this, none of this makes any sense. And think about what she's saying there. She's saying that looking at bigger girls, or, you know, morbidly obese girls naked is so disgusting and so horrible that it broke her. I mean, you said it, not me. She's clearly just trying to wing it and make it up as she goes.
It was literally just her looking at fat people, okay? I'm tired of lying.
There you go. This is as her sort of lies and exaggerations get called out, she doesn't know how to pivot and keep the lie going on the fly.
For other people. I'm sending her Snapchats of Wasabi and Romeo. I sent a snap.
Yes. She was the one that told Emily about Romeo. And Emily, from what I understand, didn't care. In fact, was like, stop talking to me. I don't want to know about your stupid cats.
Chat on my body because I know she likes it. All while she's talking to Snowflake? What kind of weird, warped relationship was I in? And I just kept allowing it. I'm done with relationships. I'm done. It really doesn't make sense why she was with you. She was steadily talking shit about you to everyone. Someone said you may love her, but she has
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. She was constantly on Reddit and just talking shit. So, and apparently Amber's claiming that she knew that and stayed with her anyway. Like, okay.
to hate you to do this. You know what? I genuinely thought the same thing. All she wanted was my body. I was just a body to her. I said that to her multiple times.
Okay.
Andrea is this old woman who's like a narcissist herself. Like, you know how many times
Oh, everybody but her is a narcissist. Everybody but Amber. Yeah. That makes sense. Sure.
I wanted to message Alexis and just say you were right. All these reaction channels want to do is see me miserable because when they viewed me as someone who just got into a new relationship, they hated Emily. They hated her. And
Well, no, that didn't happen with Jade. Now, at the very beginning of Jade, people were trying to find out who she was, and, you know, she got a little bit of hate, mainly just because she was with Amber, right? Anybody who can be with Amber is kind of weird. But Emily got hate because she was sort of a known feeder. They found the information, they found the pictures and stuff. So yeah, it was weird. And people were like, this could be dangerous because we know what feeders are capable of doing.
Now that we're not together anymore, they're all, "Oh, I've been talking to her." She publicly accused you of doing what you are now accusing her regarding your pet. I'm not.
And that's true. People are talking to her, but that doesn't mean that everybody loves Emily now, right? That doesn't mean that Emily's like the best person. It just means she's the lesser of two evils, you know?
I'm not accusing her of nothing. I know what happened. I was there. Why did we now break up? Because this is what would always happen. We would get in a little normal argument like all couples do. She would
she so she's claiming that all of this insane, abusive, crazy stuff would happen, and then she's saying it's just like what all couples go. Girl, no, that is not what couples do. That is just not a relationship. God, she is. Oh my God, she has no idea what she's talking about, and that's honestly if it turns out that any of that is true, then her idea of a relationship is skewed.
take it to the extreme, and then she would go online, publicly bash me somehow, some way, and then she would see how hurt it made me, and then she would say, "I will never do it again." Finally, when she reached out to Snowflake, I said to myself, "We're donezo." She hates Snowflake.
So just to let you know, Emily reached out to Snowflake like the day or like a day or two before this live. So she's making it sound like Emily had been talking to Snowflake for a long time, and that's when Amber decided to break it off. Well, if that's true, if she broke it off because Emily reached out to Snowflake, it would have happened basically this day, the day of this live, or the day before it. Oh, yeah, she broke up with Emily. Yeah, we are done. Shut up. If Emily's talking to Snowflake, giving the story, and Amber says, well, now we're through. If you're going to do that, then I'm breaking up with you. Like, if you weren't already broken up, that was Emily breaking up with you.
She hates Snowflake. Like,
And that's another thing that she does and narcissists do is she tries to pit people against each other, right? She's trying to make Snowflake feel like, oh, well, she hated me? Well, maybe I shouldn't say, you know? And that's, again, it's all trying to control the narrative and trying to make Emily seem as bad as possible by saying she hated him and yet she's reaching out. She is so crazy that she hated him and reached out to him anyway. And it's just, she's just spiraling, right? She's kind of pulling out every trick in the bag.
when you're in a relationship with someone, you're supposed to love them, respect them, care for them. You're supposed to be safe with them. I'm not safe with her. I'm not safe with her. Why stay with her? I'm not.
Girl, somebody's not safe with somebody in that relationship. That's for sure.
But obviously, everyone warned you about Emily. See, the thing is, people just genuinely sometimes don't want to see me happy. And it was like that also with Feline. Like, even though Feline was not really on camera, like, people harassed her workplace, her HR team. The haters get their way. I'm a
I don't know. I don't remember that happening. From what I remember during the Jade era, which was about when I was there for most of the Jade era, and what I remember was just not really having any information about her. And it was kind of boring because Amber was by herself the whole time. There wasn't really a lot of tea. The only real drama that happened that I remember during the Jade era was the weight loss surgery arc. And then Amber kind of talking about Beck sometimes. But yeah, I don't think there was nearly as much. And of course it's the internet and she's a public figure, so there's going to be some collateral damage, but I don't think it was enough to be concerning or anything with Jade.
alone. You deserve these women and everything they bring. Okay. It's mutual type deal because we would always do this. We would get in an argument and then we would both be like, "We're done. We're done." And then she would go and contact a hater or a Reddit or a reaction channel. Normally her reaching out to Snow.
When did she do that before? Because again, she was not my source for my information. And now, as far as I know, she did know that I was getting the information, but she was not my source. So she's making it sound like she had talked to react. She's making it sound like Emily talked to reaction channels all the time, but I don't remember that happening. That would have been big news if she had gone to a reaction channel talking to him.
Snowflake would have been part of the pattern, but I need to respect myself. It is the
Wait, what? Hold on.
attacked a hater or a Reddit or a reaction channel. Normally, her reaching out to Snowflake would have been part of the pattern, but I need to respect myself. It is
Oh my God. Okay, so what she's saying is that this stuff happens all the time. What's about to happen with Mr. Snowflake is just something that's been happening all this time. But this time, I need to respect myself. I finally decided I need to respect myself. It's not that Emily is actually finally giving a story because she has never done that before. It's not that she's actually spilling the tea and Amber is terrified and trying to do damage control. No, it's the pattern needs to stop now. Just, this is the time. Okay.
is mutual. It was literally mutual with me and Feline. That does happen. I don't know what type of life you lived. You stayed with her even after she commented suggesting you let Rarity out. Yeah. Said she was sorry. She said she didn't know why she did that. She said she would never do it again. She's good.
Again, there are texts from the day Rarity got let out. And I have not read the texts, but I have been told what is in the texts, and Snowflake has the texts. So I'd be surprised if they didn't shed a little light on the subject.
Good at twisting things. I'm telling you. No, we did not break up for the millionth time. I was just trying to protect her because she was being blackmailed. Like she was getting these crazy text messages. Like, do you think she ever loved
Oh, she's a hero. That's what she stayed with Emily to protect her from the Russian mob. I don't know. The feeder mob. That's what it is. The feeder mafia. She's just selfless like that, you know? Always thinking of others. That's Amberlynn Reed.
you were all just a game? Oh no, I don't think she loves me anymore. Like I think she genuinely stopped loving me. If I could turn back time, my mom hated seeing me like that. If I could find a way. Yeah. Damn, I look fat. I can lose weight now. I'm gonna go on a diet. Ugh, what do you guys think?
Okay. So now she's claiming that the reason she's been gaining weight is because she was with Emily the whole time. Which again, none of this makes any sense. Apparently, Emily is calling her names for being fat, but then also Amber's gaining weight for her. And I love how she says, I can lose weight now. Like, girl, you could have lost weight for the last 12 years. What's different now?
Think the snowflake stuff will blow over. I just don't understand why he wants to like hurt me so bad in like every angle possible. Like
I don't think it's going to blow over. And also, it's not that he wants to hurt you. It's you fucked around and now you're finding out. And everybody wants to see you held accountable.
it's the most unhinged thing I've ever seen. Emily was talking shit to another person on Instagram about me during one of our arguments, but she was talking to someone, and that person is the one who told Hecticana.
No, good guess, but no. I mean, it doesn't really matter, honestly. At this point, it's all going to be coming out anyway. But no, that is not correct. I would be surprised if Amber even knows the person that told me.
Romeo's in a playful mood. Who told you all this was happening? I got a message on Instagram. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but Snowflake
Okay, no. She did not get a message on Instagram. She sits and stews and watches for anything reaction channel. She is constantly looking at reaction channels. Beck said so. Emily has now said so. It is just what she does. It is her addiction. She is addicted to knowing what reaction channels are saying. That's why she responds to everything they say. In like somebody will say something in a video, the next video Amber makes, she's addressing that topic. And it can be from a small new reaction channel, or it can be from Karina Kaboom. It doesn't matter. She's watching all of them.
has been talking to you know who and made a short post about what they talked about, sending you good vibes. The never ends. And I was like, you know who? I was thinking like Beck or something because I genuinely did not think my girlfriend was gonna do this again. Well, no longer my girlfriend, but is there anything else in your relationship with Emily you're lying about? Well, yeah, I'm not gonna reveal everything. I have
Oh,
never
yeah, she's not going to reveal everything, you know? She's still just so kind, always thinking of the other people. And she's just admitting that she's actively lying. So why would we believe anything she says?
hit Emily. I never hit Beck. I never hit who else have I been in a relationship?
Well, first of all, you're a liar, but also you don't have to hit, like actually specifically hit somebody for it to be abuse, you know? There's other kinds of physical abuse.
With. Destiny never hit Crystal. The list can go on and on. If you could, you would. Your body doesn't allow. Huh? You saying if I could hit someone, I would? I could throw this at someone's head. I could take this and throw it. Get over it. I'm not physically point blank peer. Why did you take blame for Rarity if it was her protecting her? My biggest thing is
Okay, that is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Amberlynn Reed is trying to say that Amberlynn Reed is so selfless that she would fall on the sword for Emily when it comes to Rarity, to protect Emily. That is about as far from a possibility. That is the opposite of Amberlynn Reed, right? She will blame anybody and everybody for everything that happens to her. She has no accountability. Her locus of control is almost completely external, meaning she is convinced that nothing is ever her fault. And so now she's claiming that she took the blame for Rarity to protect Emily, but it was Emily that did it. Like, out of everything she's said so far, that is the dumbest thing she said, because that's just not possible.
is I wanted people to like her. No one was gonna like her because of her past. Well, all the reaction channels love her now. When I see
No, again, it's the lesser of two evils.
the few videos of hecticana, he thinks I'm lying about everything that comes out of my mouth, and I haven't lied about a single fucking thing that he.
I mean, she's a liar. If you say Amberlynn Reed is lying about every little thing, you are going to be right most of the time, right? Like, could there be things that she's saying that are true, that end up being true? Maybe. But the odds are far greater that she's lying about most things. And I think she's calling me out specifically because really all of us say she's lying about everything she says. But she's calling me out specifically because I regularly say that she is exaggerating how bad her childhood was. And I don't doubt that her childhood sucked. And I always say that. I agree. And I believe that her childhood was not great. But I don't think it's as bad as she makes it sound. Also, she's kind of the girl who cried wolf, you know?
Thinks I'm lying about. I lost my best friend. I lost her fur babies. I had to do it. I had to. That's all I got, folks. That's all she wrote. You guys want to go shower with me? Inverted elbows. Is that a fat joke? Can't wait to see how evil you were when you're exposed. Okay. I mean, I turned evil due to betrayal. Yes, I did. And
See, and that's so whatever you see or whatever you hear, it's because of Emily. That's it. Bottom line is no matter what you hear, no matter what you see, what behavior is exposed, it was Emily's fault. That's what this was all about.
that's like one of the only times. So good for me. I wasn't a raging the whole time, even though that's what I was called. Emily said it to your face or in text. Which part? Both, though, if you're talking about the. My favorite was when she told me she wants to knock my teeth down my throat. That was my favorite. While we were looking for Rarity in the truck. That one was to my face.
So even if that's true, I don't know that it is, but even if that's true, I would guarantee, I would bet money that Amber said equally horrible things on a more regular basis. In fact, I am almost positive that Amber was the instigator for everything that happened. And I'm sure Emily got to the point where she was just sick of it, you know? And it doesn't excuse Emily saying that, right? That's still not cool to say to somebody. But I think at some point when Amber is just bothering you and harassing you and just being abusive, you get to the point where you kind of lose your cool. And Amber's trying to make it sound like the roles are reversed, right? That it's her that's losing her cool because Emily was doing that. But I don't think that's true.
that in text, but like my mom knows like everything I close to my face, so you wouldn't be able to see that in text. But like my mom
I will be flabbergasted if Amber shows any texts, you know? And I think, from what I understand, Emily does have some text to show.
knows like everything. I called her all the time, and she was begging me to come home, and I would constantly
Then why didn't you? What is going on? This is such bullshit, right? She's saying that she called her mom and was saying, I'm so miserable, but she wasn't even supposed to be there. She was supposed to be there for a week. She could have gone home anytime. This just isn't adding up.
say I am, and then my mom would schedule to come pick me up. Tommy would genuinely like she would become nicer, and like she was like crying one time that she didn't want me to leave and she wanted me to stay. So then when she was at work one time,
That doesn't sound like something. I mean, so here's the thing. I don't know Emily, but that definitely sounds like something Amber would do. Crying and becoming nice and all of a sudden deciding, I want you to stay, and kind of flipping that switch, you know, to be nice, to convince somebody to stay. That is an Amberlynn Reed thing. So maybe Emily does that too, but I think it's more likely that that was Amber.
I made her spaghetti dinner and like Caesar salad and like garlic bread. I wrote her a cute little note, and I told her, you know what, I decided to stay. And like she was so happy that she cried. Like she would like do this thing where it was like vicious, vicious. I would say I'm leaving, and then she would become nice. And then so her room, like
She really is trying to make us think that Amber never did anything wrong. And if she did, it was because Emily forced her to. And we just know that's not true. We know that Amber can be really, really manipulative and hateful and mean when she doesn't get her way. And she can have like major outbursts and stuff. So she's either lying completely about everything or she's lying about most of it. So yeah, this is giving Rain and Petals Eavesdrop 2.0 to me.
I'm not gonna lie, we both like
Yes, you are. You are going to lie a lot.
have ADHD and ADHD piles. So her room would get like, you know, she would have her pile of dirty clothes, and she also had a rug and like a huge dog bed, and then I had Twinkie's dog bed, so it was a very crowded place. I tripped over her rug. I landed into her. She fell on the ground. Like as that's
I don't think she would still be with us if that happened. So I'm calling lie.
happening, I'm trying to get her. Like as she's falling, I go to
Or she really enjoyed it, you know, as a feeder. That's probably like her dream, you know, just sitting there and all of a sudden, bam! Ew, gross. Oh, depending on where she landed, maybe she'd get some choker cheese or fromunda cheese. Ew, never mind.
grab her off the ground. It didn't work out very well. She still landed on the floor. And then she started like hysterically, how come you pushed me? I'm like, what is actually happening?
Okay, this is what an abuser does, is they abuse, and then when they need to explain, they come up with this cockamamie, long-winded, silly story of, well, I tripped on this thing because of all the ADHD and everything, and then I fell on top of her, and I was trying to pick her up, but when I did that, it accidentally punched her in the eye. And then she was like, why did you push? Like, no, come on. You were pushing her, and all of this is fluff and trying to explain away the abuse.
I'm not gonna lie and say I'm not toxic. I feel like a lot of people with BPD are, and a lot of people
There you go. I'm not going to lie. I'm toxic, but it's not my fault. It's the BPD.
with BPD aren't. I don't ever try to make BPD like seem some sort of way. Everything that like
And you're not trying to make BPD seem some sort of way. You're trying to make BPD be the cause of everything you do that's negative, you know?
led to me to be like super hysterical was because of something that I found out that she was doing behind my back. It's like scary to be in this position because it's like I know how she is, and it's like she's plotting.
No, it's scary because you know she's got proof. You know she has information that you don't want people to know. That's why it's scary. And that's why you are freaking out right now.
Her revenge right now, and it's like, that's the part that I'm afraid of. It's gonna be really, really pathetic when I say it out loud because it's pathetic thinking it. As I've also thought it for a while, but like I didn't mind being someone's fetish as long as they also loved my heart, as long as they loved who I was as a person.
So obviously we knew that she was a feeder all along, but think about what's happening here, right? She is just flat out admitting that she lied all along. Now, she will say it's because she was protecting Emily, but that's not it. Again, everything Amber does is to try to make you think that she's a good person. And being in a relationship with a feeder, it would sort of tarnish her image of herself. You know, those narcissists need to feel like they are seen as really perfect or really cool or really special, you know. So now she's admitting that she has lied all this time. And then people wonder why we call her a liar. She lied through her teeth over and over and over again. And it's not like she's revealing it now and everybody's like, oh, whoa, really? Like, yeah, we knew. She's always the last one to admit the truth after everybody already knows. This is why she's not trustworthy at all. And this is why I don't believe anything she's saying in this video.
I don't know if you guys know the song Fetish by Selena Gomez. Like, we would even listen to that in Wisconsin together.
Oh, shut
Like, the
up.
way that she would look.
Oh, you're okay. Yeah, that's what people do when they have a fetish is they listen to songs that say fetish. Like, you know what I like to do is weird kinky stuff. And to celebrate that, let's listen to a song that says fetish. Shut up.
Look at me. Like, I've never been, like, desired like that. Ever. And when it's something, like, you experience for the first.
She says that with every girlfriend. Oh my gosh, she said that with Jade. She said it with Beck. She's always saying, they treated me like I've never been treated before. They loved me better than anybody else loved me. They looked at me, they saw me for me. They loved my heart. They looked past my body. I've never felt a love like that before. She said that about every girlfriend she's ever had. So shut up.
And when it's something, like, you experience for the first time, it's like, "Whoa." So that's how it feels.
So she's saying that's the first time she's ever experienced being desired. You mean like the first time you experienced being desired by Jade? Because you still claim, because you claimed all the way up until you met Emily, basically, that Jade gave you that same desire or whatever, that same attention, you know?
But it's like the way she would hurt me, it's like she forgot that I was, like, human. I wanted everyone to know that we were still together. Like, I wanted everyone to know. So I'm sorry for lying about that. But, like, I'm not sorry for hiding all the, like, tea of it all. This is, like, the end for real.
She apologized for lying for all this time, you know? I don't know if she expects people to be like, oh, you know what? We understand. You're forgiven. Like, we know you were lying. It's not like, nobody is surprised that you were, oh my God. It's just so stupid that I think she thinks we are like, oh, huh. She was lying. Oh man, I feel so bad for her.
She was responding to my Snapchats as if everything was fine. But little did I know she was behind my back talking to Snowflake. We were literally together. Oh,
She doesn't know what she's talking about, first of all. But this is a very recent development.
she would constantly tell me that she was gonna sue me if I ever talked about her. While we were in a relationship, might I add you. She's claiming property damages because her dog pees on her carpet, and then Twinkie also was peeing on her carpet. They both were peeing on the carpet. So what I
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Sure, yeah. So she's saying there's property damage, even though her dog apparently has been peeing on the carpet all this time. But as soon as your dog starts peeing on the carpet, now it's property damage. Or here's another thought: your dog peed on the carpet, and that was not very common in her household, and so she was like, "What the hell?" And then after a while, it becomes property damage. I just don't think that her pets were doing the same thing. I think you brought that environment with you when you went to Wisconsin.
Did was I bought this really expensive, I bought 2 of them, like, gate type thing to block.
Oh, wait. Gotta make sure you know it was really expensive. Money is not an object when it comes to her pets and her girlfriend, apparently. She needs to make sure you know that.
Yeah, there was pee pads down as well, just for, like, at night when we were both sleeping. Like, I tried.
Why? That is really revealing. Think about how she's like, yeah, pee pads. Like, that is not normal. She should be trained at this point. She should not have to. And of course, she's older. So the only grace that I will give here is that maybe Twinkie is old enough that she has bladder problems or something, but I just don't think that's the case. I just think she thinks it's normal to have pee pads down when you go to bed, or more likely, just all the time. That is not normal. Dogs are trained to not pee in the house.
To fix it, like, genuinely, and then I ended up buying a whole steam cleaner for her. Like, I tried to fix it, bro, but it's crazy because she has this cat named Princess, which she keeps trying to throw out, by the way, on the streets, and I keep telling her not to. She
Okay. Bullshit. Oh my God. So Rarity went missing, and it was apparently Emily's fault. And also, she's trying to throw cats out all the time. Her own cat, she's trying to like get rid of every pet. Can you believe it? She's horrible, isn't she, guys? Isn't she? Not me. She was horrible. Throwing cats out and everything. Shut up. God, this is so dumb.
really wants to fuck around, we can fuck around and find out. Something done. She has a cat that
Oh my
pees
God.
all she really wants to. That's what she keeps trying to throw out, by the way, on the streets, and I keep telling her not to. She really wants to fuck around, we can fuck around and find out. Something done. She has
Okay. You tell her. Yeah. Oh, you're a big tough girl. God, that's so. This is staggeringly stupid. The fact that she thinks that we're buying any of this is so funny. I'm done. I'm not. Let's keep going.
a cat that pees all over downstairs, on the carpet, on the chair, on the couch, on the clothes, on the this, on the that. Stop trying to blame me and my dog for everything in your life, because I will literally.
Then why did you go and stay in a house that was like that? She's claiming now that Emily lives in a house where there's pee everywhere. Basically saying that Emily is living in squalor and there is feces and pee everywhere. Then why did you take your pets there? Why did you stay there? Why did you not immediately turn around and go home? The good news is all of this is a lie. But if it were true, it makes you look even dumber and worse because you walked into that situation and stayed. How do you think this is helping you? It's not. It's making you look worse.
Come for you. Did you see the new vid dropped exposing the narc alert from concerned girl exposes her narcissism? No, I haven't. Should I do my makeup on live stream tomorrow? Why was she videoing you having those moments though? So she would record me.
You know why? Is because she was going to call the police. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying that, but all this is coming out anyway. She recorded some of the outbursts because she was going to call the police.
Whether it was just my voice or she would record me as I'm having like meltdowns all the time when I was in Wisconsin. I felt so unsafe there. One last thing to say
Shut up. Oh my God. Again, I have no love for Emily, but if either of them deserve to not feel safe, it is not Amberlynn.
to Emily. Jesus, take the wheel. Um, all I wanted to last thing to say to Emily. When I was in Wisconsin, I felt so unsafe there. One last thing to say to Emily. Jesus, take the wheel. Um, all I wanted to do was love you. You only ever made me feel like hated. I wish things could have been different. Like, I wish you wouldn't have hurt me in the ways that you did. I wish you wouldn't have lied, betrayed over and over, hid things from me, said awful things to me.
All right, girls.
Wow, what an exercise in deflection. And thank you so much to Apathetic Facts for clipping that as quickly as you did. That's awesome. I am amazed that they were able to do that. So, what did we learn? We learned that Amberlynn is in damage control mode. We learned that, oh, hey, there's Window. What's up, Window? Anyway, so what we've learned today is that Amberlynn is trying to do damage control, but she's so bad at it and it's so dumb that it's so entertaining. This is so fun. I gotta admit, like, I knew Girl World was about to explode. I had a little bit of a heads up that Mr. Snowflake's post was coming up and I was giddy, but I didn't know it was gonna get this crazy, this fast. And this, I'm here for it. And from what I understand, she's gone live again. In fact, I think she's live right now. So I guess I'll be doing that. So anyway, I'll catch up with you here in a minute. See ya.